Hello, Taurus. This is Soul from Intuitive Tarot here to look at your week ahead starting July 14th, 2025. Taurus, I hope all is well. Welcome any new subscribers to my channel. I appreciate you. Your deck I am using will be listed in the description box. Not reading any reversals, but just to give you a heads up, Taurus, this deck has the 7 chakras. So if you receive any of the chakras in the spread, I definitely will talk about them and the reason why they may be in your reading. Okay, so just sit back, relax, and enjoy the read. Okay, energies for my bulls this week. What's the energy coming towards Taurus? What does Taurus have to look out or towards this week? Ooh, okay. Energies for Taurus. All right, let's cut the deck. And I'm doing the spreads a little different here. You'll see in a second. So we're going to start with the first card. You have received your very first chakra here. This is the third eye chakra. Next up, we have the Four of Pentacles, firm foundation. Next up, the major arcana, the moon, shadow. Then we have your own energy here, the Hierophant. So you know, whenever your own energy shows up here, I've been saying to you guys that it's going to make this reading that much more powerful for you, okay? And it's usually good things, Taurus. So it's wisdom. Next up, we have, oh no, you got another major arcana, big money. This is the Wheel of Fortune, destiny. Then we have another major arcana. This would be judgment, truth. Okay. Following that is memories of love, 6 of cups. And then we have here obstacles and challenges, which would be the 5 of wands. Additionally, we're going to throw, oh, look at that. You got the sun. Hope. Oh my God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 5 major arcana so far. We're not even done. Next up is triumphant success. This is the Ace of Swords. Then we have the suffering in silence. That's the 9 of Swords. I will throw a clarifier on that card. And then also to finish off, we have the mental conflict. That is the 2 of Swords. All right, so let's pull this energy here together for you, Taurus, to make sense out of it. But to be honest with you, it looks pretty good as far as I'm concerned. But let me talk about it. The third eye chakra, the very first card, is the 6th chakra out of the 7 chakras that we have. And whenever the third eye chakra shows up here, it's about, having to gain some sort of insight, clarity, definitely representing your intuition. So your intuition may be heightened this week. If it is balanced, okay, all that is, if it is balanced. If it is not balanced, Taurus, for you, it could just represent, what the hell? It could represent, first of all, let me go back here to the balance. It does represent having to be open-minded, being mindful. But if it's imbalanced, it could just, be something involving a lack of direction or having to gain some sort of clarity or insight on, something specific, or it could be a couple things. All right. So that is the balanced and imbalanced energy of the third eye chakra. Additionally, I like to throw in there that I could be reading for any bull who wears contact lenses or glasses or about to make an appointment to see the optometrist to get their eyes checked out. Next card up here is firm foundations. That's the 4 of Pentacles. Specifically, right off the bat, the red triangle on the back could indicate that someone is suffering from or dealing with some sort of back problems, back aches. Okay, still would represent that you may be holding on to something securely that needs to be released and let go. For others, it still could be a small pay raise coming in, or you're saving up for something greater. Shadow card, the major arcana, the moon, simply means that there's, revelations, secrets that are going to, come to you that were hidden from you, possibly. Making sure that you're putting a check on your emotions this week. The moon can be tricky in terms of its energy because it's very fluid. It's watery. It represents Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So making also sure, Taurus, that you are paying attention to your intuition. When it comes to putting your emotions in check, because of the trick side of this moon, sending our emotions up real high or down, real low, we don't want either. We want to feel like we're emotionally balanced this week. There is some sort of emotional changes that could be going on, and it doesn't always indicate that, they're going to be negative emotional changes. I'm not in support of that. I feel that, the other cards in your spread will indicate that there's something good emotionally going to occur or happen for you. So there is a cycle of energy also too that's ending for you, Taurus. A new cycle is about to begin. Then you have your own energy, the Hierophant, that represents wisdom, of course. So you have spiritual energy, spiritual protection. The dog here, I always mention that I could be reading for Taurus that has a dog, could be a white dog, but it could be any animal. The book that he holds represents some sort of teaching and learning. In the background here, he's looking towards that. That could be representing the institution of higher learning. Someone could be, training on a new job, right? Someone could be also getting married here. Okay, so pay attention to any types of spiritual happenings, enlightenment, epiphanies, definitely synchronicities when it comes to any angelic numbers that are, seen in a repetitive basis. You have to look those numbers up because if you see it more than once, it's really trying to grab your attention to let you know, what's going on or what's happening around you. All right, so we have the Wheel of Fortune, one of the big money cards here, Destiny, Fate and Destiny. So we have a bunch of women here, and I always see that there could be a meeting of the minds with some females. It doesn't have to be many. It could be just, you and a female co-worker. If you are the female bull that sees this reading, I just see it could be getting together with mother, daughter, or mother and daughter getting together, female friends. Okay, that's what I see. But Fate and Destiny, you could be definitely out and about somewhere, or something happens or occurs for you where it is meant for you. So that's fate and destined for you as well. Big money card here. So if you're into risk taking and you like to go, play the lottery, do the casino runs, play responsibly. Anything that was fortunate or unfortunate for you, Taurus, will turn around and be fortunate for you. That's the promise of the Wheel of Fortune. So you have luck on your side the entire week. Next card up is Truth. So this is the Judgment card. So anything hidden in the dark, but we already have the moon here that was, illuminate those energies here for you. But it could be some things that you discover about yourself that you didn't know before. That could be positive or negative energy. Some things that you discover also too about others that you didn't know before. That could be positive or negative. Hence the word truth. I also read this card as discovering truths. Discovering your own truths, or a truth about a situation, or a truth about a matter. It comes to you. Next card up is Memories of Love. This is the Six of Cups. So again, it still represents love and relationships, but this may be a week where some bulls not only get involved in some form of memorializing someone that they once knew or was close to, and I had signed the dates July 14th through the 21st, that may be involving their passing date or their birth date. Other than that, thinking of your past, childhood memories, people who are still around you physically, but you may not have seen them in a long period of time. That includes family, that includes friends. There's an expectancy of them possibly reaching out to commune with you. So don't be surprised if you hear from someone that you haven't seen or talked to in a minute. All right. So following that, we have the Five of Wands. Five of Wands, obstacles and challenges. I always call it the projection of energy that may come to you, from others in the form of fights, petty arguments, and always suggest to you not to engage because it's the energy of what's going on with them. Ain't got nothing to do with you. So don't add fuel to the fire. As quickly as this energy may approach you, Taurus, just let it come and just, walk away from it or don't feed into it. If it is not that type of engagement for you, Taurus, there could be just a moment of inner restlessness that you may experience. And I'm not talking about the entire week. It could be a half a day or it could be an hour. All right, so that's the Five of Wands. All right, putting the energies back on the cards here, we have the Star card, hoping, wishing, praying for whatever it is that you want to manifest into your life, bring into your life. This is a card that also represents heightened or expansion when it comes to your own psychic energies. You got the third eye chakra up top here. Okay, something exciting or surprising could happen to you this week. Meeting someone famous. I always talk about social media, social networking. So it could be some sort of form or involvement in, that type of engagement. All right. Could be stargazing this week. Could be dream journaling this week. Card that follows the star card, hope, triumph. Yeah, triumph and success, victory and success. Okay, attach that victory and success to anything that's going on for you this week. First actions and first moves. This also, too, is a card that represents gaining clarity or insight on something, specific, or it could be several things. And also, too, seeking some sort of excitement or adventure. Suffering in silence is the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords could be that there's some sort of, conflicting energies that's not resolved yet, unresolved. It could be from your recent or your distant past. Normally, the pain and the suffering in silence is done. That's why I call it suffering in silence, because you could be dealing with something that no one else knows about. But, keep in mind that we do have the moon. Not only will things that were kept from you, hidden from you, come to the forefront, but it also too may expose whatever it is that you may be dealing with in terms of suffering. All right. And I forgot to mention too, with the shadow card, the moon, when it's in your spread, you could be already receiving such a, since it's such a powerful energy when it comes to emotions, and our emotions always seem to ride high when it comes to love, romance, and stuff like that. You may already be receiving that type of energy from those that you are closest to, dedication, devotion, love from family members, friends, romantic partners. Suffering in silence may not be yours. It could be someone that you know. It's their blockage, their barricade. I always get that it could be someone that you know that's incarcerated. This is typically overthinking about something too much. You're putting in too much energy and thinking about it. You become nervous. Excessively nervous, worried, could be anything involving any types of abuse, essay abuse, physical abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse, seeking some sort of relief, and trying to help to alleviate whatever it is that is creating this energy here for you. So there could be prescription medications for depression or a high degree of anxiety. Non-prescription medication could be you're drinking alcohol, you're smoking cigarettes, you're smoking weed. So I'm going to throw a clarifier on this Nine of Swords. Why did the Nine of Swords show up here for Taurus's reading? What's the messages here? All right. A chakra. Oh, okay. So the throat chakra shows up here. So the throat chakra is sort of more or less like the fifth chakra that we have out of the seven. And because it lands on that Nine of Swords, now I don't typically go deep in terms of these reasons. I try to just be, general and not so exact with what I'm feeling here. But the throat chakra could mean anyone who may be dealing with maybe surgery, having, surgery on their throat, having the inability to okay, so this is what I'm talking about here. The throat chakra can mean, it represents speech, communication, right? So the card that's clarifying the Nine of Swords, maybe someone is having difficulty, and it could be something as far as a real big difficult part of public speaking. It could be having to express, get off of your chest about something that is, that has been disturbing you or bothering you. Okay, that would be the five of, I'm sorry, not the five, it's the throat chakra. Okay, the inability to communicate whatever could be ailing you or whatever it is that you're suffering from. And again, I say that someone could be having or had some sort of throat surgery. Could have been just a procedure, could have been, like endoscopy, and then you're fearful of that procedure or any procedure that you may have involving the throat. All right. So the last card here in your spread is the mental conflict. This is the Two of Swords. So being indecisive about something, having to deal with a degree of anxiety, but it also could be seen as the reduction of having to deal with whatever the Nine of Swords energies may be presenting for you this week, or whatever you're dealing with this week. You see a head inside of a head. I always say, okay, get outside of your head. You may be thinking too much. Right? Nine of Swords indicates overthinking too much. Having to make a choice or a decision. You already got the Ace of Swords here. So I don't think that you'll have a decision if there's two presentations. Something that you have to choose. You're going to become victorious with that and successful. But this is feeling like you're at a crossroads, just a mild degree of anxiety. And again, the card could also read in terms of a message. You being out and about, having to be rerouted or detoured because maybe there's some sort of construction along the path that you are following. All right. So that's what I have for you this week, Taurus. Nothing too, big or dramatic. I feel that this overall energy here looks pretty good for you. I still feel that someone's having problems with that back, or they're having difficulties in mobility, some sort of mobility with the back. But I also feel that even though the red triangle will give me that indication, I feel that it may be something that's happening or occurring with the legs first. Okay, maybe the sciatic nerve or something else, maybe a pinched nerve or something like that. All right, so Taurus, again, it's just me interpreting these messages here for you. Take what's going to work for you, leave the rest alone. You guys, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Always come back here to get more of these messages from me, and have a safe, great week ahead, and I'll talk to you real soon. Ciao.